Sorry. Hello and welcome to round 2 of GP Thraben. Um, Very soon after round 1 for me, we are facing off against platypeople. I forgot to do my usual record. No one's ever said they don't want to record, but it's polite to ask. Um, I have a bowl of ramen next to me, so I'm feeling good. Platy's on a deck I really was not on my radar going into this GP. This is like treasure ramp, treasure ramp mid range. It's got venture capitalist, which gets exactly unmarked headstones. It's got arcade junkies to benefit from cracking a lot of artifacts and enchantments. Cash Thrasher gives you disposable artifacts and enchantments. Anomaly makes a token. Gitander Wildlander is one of the big payoffs here. You can pay green and sack 3 artifacts or enchantments to make a 4/4. Hope's Trail Pilgrim uh, makes makes treasures. Venture Capitalist gets you a 0 mana card. Harvest Type Procession doubles all of your token making. Only interaction is 1 Fateful Scent, 1 Burrow Down, and 4 Strangle. So overall, the diagnosis is different, but the prescription is the same. We're still going to be trying to just race them. Um, Slightly different interaction. I'm not sure whether I'd rather face Fateful Ascent or Strangle. I'd rather not play people who roll 20s on their roll to see who goes first. Is what I've decided. Look at this. Take a look at this hand. Redundant legendary Setral Shapers is annoying. I don't like that. But it does go turn 2 Setral Shaper, turn 3 Umber. I think I keep this. I'm not in a mood to mulligan aggressively with this deck. Another Umber. Okay. Setral Shaper into Umber Grove Tender into Umber Grove Tender. That's a great curve. Play a tapped Clearwater Grotto. They got a Meandering Path. They're going to make a treasure this turn. That's my prediction. Nope, they're going to make a memory this turn. Cash Thrasher. Pay from me. Well, Central Shaper does block Cash Thrasher very well. So this is going just fine. I'm going to play this forest this turn. If I top deck another Primal Fissure or Temple of Origins, I'll be a little sad because it'll enter tapped, but I want to get double Central Shipper trigger on turn 3 if it survives. So land, play the Central Shaper, pass the turn. They can kill this, they can strangle it. Strangle is pretty good against my 2-drops. That's a mana effective play. Okay, they're just going to route a Hope's Trail Pilgrim. 1/3 makes a treasure. Okay, they haven't played a land yet this turn. Is there not an Innistrad treasure? Oh wow, there. Oh, here we see the downside of the check lands. Having to play 2 tapped Flourishing Crevasses in the first few turns of the game. That's pretty rough. Huskforger, you're a little late, Huskforger. I think this is just Umber. I'm not ramping into anything right now, so Primal Fissure, Central Trigger, which I'm bidding this card no matter what it is because it's a Primal Fissure. That's perfect. It's the card I wanted to bin. Because I'm going to immediately shuffle my library and get a forest. It seems likely if they had Strangle, they would have cracked this treasure and used Strangle on my Central Shaper. So I deduce they do not have a Strangle in their hand. Surveil again. A Roar! Yeah, I'm going to need one of those. Yeah, let me keep that. And play Umber Grove Tender and put the Aurora I know about into my hand. Okay, this is going pretty smooth. Next turn, Huskforger plus Umber get 2 Umber triggers. Seems like a plan. They've got a Venture Capitalist. That's going to get them... It's going to exile my Primal Fissure because it's going to get the clue. Yeah, I'm F6. There's no 0 mana interaction in this format. Yep. Unmarked headstones. Going to presumably exile one of these primal fissures. Yep. I mean, they're going to be ancient slightly later. I don't even have any ancient matter cards right now. They have access to 2 mana, which they are going to spend on Fateful Ascent. Okay, so they did have interaction. Medium annoying. I guess next turn I could play another Spectral Shaper. So many tap lands from them. They're going to get their Cash Strategy trigger, and I'm not going to chump block here. Just go to 15. Root Fossil 2. Okay, so my options are Umber Grove Tender plus Husk Forger, or Spectral Shaper, Husk Forger, Root Fossil. Obviously, multiple Umber Grove Tenders is great, but given that they don't seem to have interaction, I like getting them the blocker here. I still need to put together a little extra stuff, so I think Spectral Shaper is good here. Also, flipping Spectral Shaper is a legit plan. I don't need infinite Umber triggers. One per turn is enough. Ooh, get a tapped Clearwater Grotto for free. Add a counter to Spectral Shaper. Look at my top 1. Shape the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to be ancient pretty quickly. I'm not going to get to Surveil again this turn. I think I want to shape the pattern. I want to find Voice of the Old Grove. Play a Forest. Counter. Play a Husk Forger and a Root Fossil. And if I have to chump block this Husk Forger, I'll just do it. I don't particularly need it right now. 5. Ancient count is 6. I'm at 15. They don't seem to be doing anything terribly impactful yet. They can't, like, kill me out of nowhere. None of their stuff has haste or anything. Oh, they finally got white mana. They were missing white mana for a while. I guess they used their treasure to get white mana for Fateful Ascent. And Harvester Procession? Yep, that's going to start making a lot of tokens. That's for dang sure. Third Flourishing Crevasse entering tapped. Oh, the humanity. They don't have attacks. So they're just going to... There's no way. There's no way they're attacking here. I refuse to believe it. Yeah. And they're going to get... They do have Concord because of the headstones. So they're going to make 2 1/1s, is apparently the plan. Not 2 treasures. Which implies to me no, like, arcade junkies or anything. Untap. Draw Shape the Pattern. I think I'm just going to run out of... I think I'm going to... Wait, Lush Oasis first, then Aurora. Presumably I'll have Shape the Pattern available after that. Sure. Lush Oasis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait. Spectral Shaper trigger. From playing a land. Don't miss your triggers in this deck. Look at my top 1. Husk Forger, don't need that. Now I play an Aurora. Aurora trigger, Umber trigger. Let's do Aurora first. Look at my top 3. Land, Teeming Secrets, Umber Grove Tender. I already have an Umber Grove Tender. I don't need a Teeming Secrets. Just going to bin all of these. Bring back 2 lands. Desolate Thicket trigger 2 Spectral Shaper triggers. So add a counter, Surveil 1 3 times. Umber Grove Tender trigger still on the stack. Real fireworks happen whenever you cast Aurora. Surveil 1 to the graveyard. Second Surveil 1 to the graveyard. Third Surveil 1 from the Desolate Land. Voice of the Old Grove. Well, that's the card I was looking for, so leave it on top. And in fact, look at it with Umber Grove Tender and put it into my hand. 2 mana left. I could just play the Voice of the Old Grove right now, but there's no need to do that. When I could leave up Root Fossil, and I have Shape the Pattern in case my Aurora dies, I can get another Aurora. Unfortunately, I can't flip Spectral Shaper right now. I guess I can play voice just as a blocker, but I don't think that's enormously necessary, right? There's nothing they can do to me from a board like this. Yeah, I think it just leave up Root Fossil. That was their one instant speed interaction, so I guess I just need to. I just don't want to expose voice to Strangle if that's what they have. Yeah, I'll just pass like this. They're going to crack their headstones to draw a card. They're going to strangle the Setral Shaper. I'd like to get one last Surveil out of my life, so I'm going to crack Root Fossil in response. I believe they played the one instant in their entire deck, so they can never respond to anything. Surveils 3. Oh, I missed! That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Well, I just want lands on top of my deck at this point, so I need to bin all of these. But if they can't kill a Roar, I have them dead next turn off double Voice of the Old Grove. No instance makes this a lot more reliable. I don't think they can kill me from here. Okay. Oh, Brute Fossil. Hitting Root Fossil, not the lands. Yeah, I guess they're playing to their outs. Okay, going to their end step. Just confirming they have no 1-mana instance anywhere in their list. No, they do not. Untap. Just draw normally. It's an Airy. Oh god, that's not going to be necessary this turn. Really not going to be necessary. So, Voice of the Old Grove. Shape the pattern. Get another Voice of the Old Grove. Oh. Oh, I missed a number trigger. Whoops. Whatever. Yeah, voice. Yeah, okay. They see the writing on the wall. Okay. What's they got in their sideboard? They got some stuff for me. Crucible, once again, is annoying. Golden Bloom might come in, even though, everything I have is creatures. Yeshi Breaks the Loop is a little expensive. Um, Wait, how are they casting this? Oh, off of Treasure. Like, where did they get blue mana? Stellar Flare is likely to come in. That's another sorcery that can kill my creatures at the cost of some mana. On my side, this is where I really wish I had Atomic Core instead of Click. Click, I think, is maybe a tiny bit better against Muster, which isn't even in this GP. But Atomic Core is way better in situations like this. I think I don't need the extra late game. I think I'm just taking 2 Collector's Item just for particularly dangerous creatures. But other than that, just run it as is. Good ramen. Kind of vegetarian mushroom and miso ramen with a homemade stock. Got some marinated bamboo shoots in there and some ramen eggs. Um, yep. Uh, yeah, I guess your break loop is gonna have to cost an enormous amount of mana to actually hurt me. I think this is probably in here mostly so you can do X equals 0. Probably not coming in. Probably just Crucibles and Stellar Flare. Okay, opponent's on the play again. Turn 1 Huskforger, turn 2 Umber Grove Tender. This hand's not perfect. It's really not. I think I do keep it. I think turn 1 Huskforger is good enough that I can keep this hand. Oh, Right, they do not have any 1-drops in their deck. Lush Oasis was really not the card I wanted to draw. Well, I'll play my turn 1 Husk Forger and see what happens to it. Meandering Path, what do they got? Hope's Trail Pilgrim. Okay, Row setting up. Get some old Dune treasure this time. Another Husk Forger, not really what I was looking for. Gonna shock in a Clearwater Grotto. Play an Umber Grove Tender. And I am looking for something to do, because otherwise I will actually be not doing much next turn. Look at my top 1. Not a thing to do next turn, but a thing to do the turn after that, for sure. Okay. Next turn, Forgotten Foundation, Husk Forger, at the very least. They're going to play and crack a Primal Fissure. They got 4 mana here. It could be Harvest Tide. The card certainly gets online very quickly. Yep, I'm not going to chump. Yep, it's Harvest Tide, and if they make the treasure off this, that's going to be Concord immediately. So pretty good. Pretty good. They're gonna get to do their thing this game. That's pretty much their ideal curve. Another Umber Grove Tender. So this is going to be Forgotten Foundation into Umber Grove Tender. No other order. I kind of whatever Umber Grove Tender gives me, but I want to control my draw Forgotten Foundation. And it's Forgotten Foundation because I do need untapped land next turn. So Umber Grove Tender, 2 triggers. Top 1, Forest. Nice. Top 1, Buffery Conservatory. Sure. Okay, now I'm gonna play Forgotten Foundation anyways. My top 1, Teeming Secrets. Oh, I guess I could play Untapped Lost Waste. I forgot I actually got a forest off of doing that. That probably would have been better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I'll bin Teeming Secrets. And probably just crack on upkeep with Forgotten Foundation. Ship the turn. Well, if they're going to do something powerful, they better do it quickly. Because next turn, Aurora is coming down. And we're going to get at least 1 Umber trigger off of that. They could have the Sweeper, I guess. Now they got Venture Capitalist. It's going to exile my Teeming Secrets, I guess. No, they're going to get Crucible. That's very annoying of them. Right, I forgot Venture can get sideboard cards. I'm going to get 2 1/1s, presumably? Or the 2 treasures? It's 2 1/1 humans. I guess, yeah, the old Dune also has 1/1 wait humans. Okay, Crucible's annoying. I don't actually have a way of removing that. I just have to get to 8 lands naturally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I'm not that far from just 8 land Ancient by means of 8 lands. Not that I really care about Ancient right now. I'd like to not draw a basic forest, so I'm just going to exile this. Grab myself a basic forest. And draw. I think I mean, Aurora's just a 5 mana 5/5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess I can play both. So I'll do that. I'm going to play a Lush Oasis. Oh my god, I missed a voice trigger for absolutely no reason. That's my bad. Voice, trigger, trigger. So yeah, he receives a backup plan in case I can't Aurora. That goes into hand. That goes into hand. I guess I could play voice, but I'll just play Aurora. It still surveils 3. That's not nothing. Aurora, Umber, Umber, Aurora. Look at my top 1. Temple of Origins into play tapped. Voice trigger, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm at 7 lands right now, so I'm not ancient yet, but I can still put a counter on the Voice of the Old Grove itself. Next Umber trigger. Look at my top 1. Goes to hand. Now Aurora Surveils 3. I think I just exile all 3 of these. Yeah, I can just exile all of these. I don't really want to draw any of them. Okay. Yeah, Crucible slows me down somewhat, but it doesn't look like they're anywhere near killing me at this point. And next turn I'm going to be Ancient just off of playing my land drops. They're going to Fateful. Oh, not even the Aurora, the Voice. Sure. Get my chart. This gets exiled. But like trading 1 for 1 against my cards while I have 2 Umber Grove Tenders going is not like a winning strategy. Hope's Trail Pilgrim makes them 2 treasures. Ooh, exciting. And certainly have a lot of mana if they need it. Does not seem like they have a lot to do with their mana, unfortunately. We're going to make 2 more 1/1s. It's going to draw my natural card. It's a Forest. Well, let's play Voice of the Old Grove, 2 Umber triggers. I'm just feeling super comfy. Husk Forger goes to hand. Forest goes to battlefield tapped. Oh, look, that's a Voice trigger. Voice is going to get 3 counters to put it out of strangle range. I can now shape for anything I want. Brutefall doesn't do anything. What do I shape for? Is it airy? It's probably airy at this point, right? Yeah. I've not played a land this turn, have I? I have not. So let's. So the eventual game plans are going to kill them with a roar. I guess should I shape for voice? Is that just better? One of Fateful Ascent. Is there more Fateful Ascents in the sideboard? No, that's the one remove. Oh, there's Stellar Flare. Right, I need to pump Aurora so it's out of Stellar Flare range. So yeah, I think I just get voice, honestly. Yeah, I'm just gonna shape the pattern for another Voice of the Old Grove. That's probably just easier. Then I'm going to cast it. Get my 2 Umber triggers. Go Central Shaper to hand. I'm probably going to cast that this turn. Primal Fissure to battlefield. Voice trigger, voice trigger. Just going to get both of them out of strangle range before starting to... And then I'll get Aurora out of Stellar Flare range. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to play the Central Shaper. Get 2 Umber triggers. This goes to hand. Lush Oasis to battlefield. At this point, I'll just start pumping a roar. Oops. 9 counters, so she's a 14/14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They do not even close. Oh, and there's Central Shaper counter as well on that. So I get to Surveil 1. Teaming Secrets. Yeah, I'll keep Teaming Secrets. That's fine. And I guess I'm just going to hit them with a 14/14 Aurora. I'm just confirming 3 mana, instant speed. A Yeshi breaks the loop, doesn't do anything. Faithful Sense the main deck. No, none of their creatures have flash or anything. So I'm all okay to just hit them with a 14/14 Aurora. I have to Surveil. Just No, I don't need the root fossil. Don't want the clear water right anyway, particularly. Okay, they just eat the 14. I don't believe they can kill this. They have one hard removal and it's Fateful Ascent and it's in exile right now. Yep, and here we see like Crucible of the Sun. Yeah, they have 2 lands in hand. Yeah, they just flooded out pretty hard the game. Which, to be fair, when you have a lot of cards that all they do is make treasures, flooding out is a thing that happens to you sometimes. But yep, that was a nice clean 2-0. GG to platypeople, and we are now moving on. Nice and smooth. Haven't dropped a game yet. Yeah. To be fair, I don't know what card they would need a card like several turns earlier to get out of this. Um, okay. Druids working as expected. Good night.